is your responsibility? Consider a response of yes, no, or maybe to each of these questions. If you can provide financial support in the following areas, would you? Contribute to climate change. Assist with reducing human trafficking. Promote equality amongst transgender cultures, races. Reduce violence against anyone. Help ensure little Susie has a healthy start to her school day with breakfast. How many, if any, would you contribute financially to? Oh, one more question. Do you try to pay the least amount of taxes as possible? Is it fair to say most of us do? Well, here's the thing. A portion of your taxes support those listed life-altering issues I had just asked you questions about. Why then is there a discrepancy between what we want to support and our desire to pay the least amount of taxes? We have a paradigm that taxes taketh away rather than giveth. What if we saw taxes differently? The reality is, contribution opportunities are endless. That's not the issue. Do you think many citizens perceive their responsibility to society as quite minimal? Western values are embedded by the 18th century pioneer of the political economy, Adam Smith. His notion of the hidden hand. He argued that a large number of individuals, each pursuing their own narrow profit-seeking, will unintentionally maximize the wealth of all. And in many cases, he was right. With this pursuit, however, there is no responsibility to the greater good. There's limited responsibility to our fellow citizens, and no responsibility or accountability for their progression. As citizens, do you think we tend to associate with me mentality rather than we society? What can I get rather than what would benefit the welfare of all? We are not completely void of our civic duty. I mean, we vote. 60–70% of us, depending on the country. Some serve in the military. We abide by laws, again, some more than others. And we pay taxes. And most of us, probably grudgingly. Beyond those discretionary civic duties, many contribute to society through volunteering. Their time, their energy, their insight. This is optional, not a requirement of citizenship. In our culture, these people are occasionally celebrated. What we don't have is a collective belief that with citizenship comes a responsibility to serve society. Now, this is not to suggest out with democracy, but rather a thought of when you look at your individual social norms of me versus we, one may think about what makes the most successful societies, companies, military, and sporting teams. Well, they have one thing in common. They are all for one and one for all. In the West, we talk about leaving a legacy as if it's something to do at some point later in our life, rather than the way in which we live our life. And yet, so many of us crave to live a life of meaning. So me in the you, me, we refers to the belief as global citizens. Each one of us has an opportunity and a responsibility to contribute to uplift the life of others. Each of us has a life purpose, unique gifts, and personal values. When harnessed, each one of us can contribute in line with our authentic selves, creating our most meaningful life, emanating from me. Is there a social or environmental gap that your talents can assist in filling? Over time, perhaps we may realize a social shift where citizens don't rely on taxes or government to uplift the lives of others. But part of our common culture is to seek social gaps and create innovative, profitable, and sustainable ways to reduce them. In effect, lead tomorrow's legacy today. This is Suzanne F. Stevens, Conscious Contribution Cultivator of the YouMeWe group. Until next weWednesday, make your contributions count.